Hi, my name is Dr. Elaissa Hardy, and this is the game walkthrough of the Hemonauts game. The research slides are a second recording that you should be able to find. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me at elaissa.hardy@emory.edu. And the game is in the App Store and on Google Play, so you can sign up to be a playtester and get access to the game. I have no conflict of interest or financial affiliation with Thrust Interactive or the game. Before I start the walkthrough, it'll start out with around 45 seconds of listening to the music that is in the game, and then I'll start speaking and walking us through the game. I did, in some spots, speed up the playback, so you'll see some action occurring quickly. That's not how the game is played. And then I also have the video quality turned down so that this file isn't huge. So if you're playing the game, it's a lot better. When I play it on, this was recorded on an iPad. So let's go ahead and get started. After the video plays, we get to the home screen where you can see Academy, Play the Game, and My Lab. And I'm going to click on the Academy. And this takes us to a glossary of sorts that tells us about all of the cells that we've seen in the game and all of the characters. You can click on to get definitions. You can then click on the enemies and find out what all the bad guys are that are in the game. And then achievements, how you get extra bolts, and the currency for the game are bolts, which is that number across the top. Next you can go to My Lab, and you can see you can kit up your robots. They have a bunch of free items that you can choose from, and then you can use your currency, the bolts, to buy different types of add-ons and make your bot as customized as you want. And that was to help the players embody the bot. We'll hit play, and this takes us to the main menu. You can see we have our training program, and there's 10 levels. The blood blast with another 10 levels, sickle cell disease, and diabetes. We're going to start with the training program. And again, I'm just playing this on an iPad, and it just scrolls across with your finger. You have the data dispatcher come in and tell us what's going on. It's both audio and the text. I have it turned off for this walkthrough. At the beginning of the game, you got to name your body, and my son named the body Body. So we'll see that throughout the game that BD is talking to somebody throughout. And the gamers did a good job of wanting to make sure that anything that wasn't physiological looked like a cartoon, so you wouldn't be confused. Each of the screens are locked by those doors to force the player to complete the action within that room. We did have some confusion with that with the first few versions of the game, so we wanted to make sure that this intro level teaches them how to open the doors. And you can see I collected some bolts, which popped up. It's teaching us about plasma right now. And then we have a bad guy. Up in the left-hand corner is your lives, how many lives you have left in the game. and that'll go down if you are in a battle. You can also collect power-ups, which are different fruit-looking items to increase your power. And if we see the door on the right-hand side, you see it has a checkered flag, so we know this is the last room before we get to the end of the level. And I'll click on the door, the bot goes through, and we finish. It tells us our times, and all of that data is stored in the game, so we can go pull off that gaming data to analyze how well the players played the game. So now we're still meeting more of the bots and exploring the training program. You can see some of my powers went down because I ran into those spiky things. There's another bacteria bad guy with spikies on it, so we learn how to destroy those guys. Some more guys you have to battle, and then now I need to get this glass broken to get that green plunger, but I can't just smash it. I need to go get help, so turn on the water to make the red blood cells flow. I'm going to break that crate at the top to open up those other crates so the red blood cells can flow. Hit the plunger for me. It opens up that top door. And I can continue to explore through. There's a power-up and different weapons I can equip myself with. There is one that's a big school bus that comes out. It's pretty funny. Go back here, break the glass, press the plunger, go in, and it's just a bunch of crates to get more bolts. And that's a case where I sped up the playback. And now we're at a boss level, and you can see all of the doors have been locked, so we have to complete this level to be able to move on through the game. And as you kill the bacteria, they keep getting smaller and it's doubling. Now the doors are unlocked and I can get through. It tells me that I defeated the big boss bacteria, and now I'm at the end screen. Now we'll play something in the Blood Blast, which is just about the circulatory system, learning more about veins and arteries and capillaries and the different types of cells. So here we are with our arteries and our veins and our capillaries. And the game tries to stay with the coloring convention. So arteries will be red, the veins will be blue, and the capillaries will look more small like a maze and be purple. And you'll see that as we go through. And some of the bots like to be jokey and add funny commentary, which sometimes we found to be distracting, but I think it's also part of the gamer's way to try to get some of the older audience involved in the conversation. So now we are in a purple area, so this represents the capillaries in the coloring convention that the game has adopted. You'll see the red blood cells are getting sucked through that tube, and they are in the oxygen machine, so they're dropping off oxygen, picking up carbon dioxide, and that's why they look blue now, just a coloring convention, not actually what's happening in your body. But it was a good representation for the kids to associate with the different colors. Get that power up. I'm going to follow the now deoxygenated red blood cells to the veins, and this is a checkpoint, so if we die, we come back to that area. Some more smashing, more smashing. You can use your weapons here. I'm not very good at selecting the weapons fast enough. I'm not a gamer per se, so I like to just ram into everything as much as possible. And we finished the level. So now we're going to go to a sickle cell disease level so you can kind of see what's going on there. It's kind of teaching us a little bit about hemoglobin, and it says the word so the patient can, or the player can hear the word hemoglobin. We picked up a family of deoxygenated red blood cells. We see some sickle cells hanging out there. Got a blast through, which we would have learned about on another level. I kind of jumped through the game to show you different aspects of it. And we need to get to that door at the bottom, so we are going to just smash everything up. We're at another checkpoint. So if we had died, we're obviously taking the deoxygenated red blood cells to the lungs. That's our goal to take them right now. We need to get that plunger. We're going to open up here at another checkpoint. Again, we need to get that green door open. And now we're in the lungs. And something looks a little bit different. So we need to, and this is the puzzles, we need to go pick more cells to help dump off the carbon dioxide. So we've seen the game action before, and now the player has to make a choice. And in this case, I'm going to choose incorrectly. I'm going to choose the red blood cells to drop off carbon dioxide. And you'll see the abbreviation that it'll give us. We go back into the machine. Oh, we can't dump. We need to dump off CO2. So we need to go make a different choice. And then it lets us come back up to this room where we can choose the platelets, the deoxygenated red blood cells, which are carrying the carbon dioxide. You can see the game recognizes that we made the right choice. That door is unlocked. Tells us we did a great job. And we go back to this room and everything sort of disappears. We could have hit those blocks, but I decided not to for the timing of the game. And then now we're going to go check out another sickle cell level for you. Oh, and this is where we learn about these weaker areas, and you can equip yourself with this weapon to drill through. Now we're on our way, so we're going to go get our drill. Keep on exploring through now that we know how to use the drill. Not going to worry about those bacteria guys. We're just going to keep going. blast on through, drill on up, hit the door. There we go, we see our deoxygenated red blood cell family again that need to get taken to the lungs so they can drop off their carbon dioxide. This is where that's through gameplay that they're learning this information. So kind of played it out of order, just trying to show you different aspects of the game. And now we're introduced to these sickle-looking cells, and DD is giving us information about what they are. We can crash those crates to get more power-ups, get our drill to drill through so we can get to the next level. Another checkpoint, we can change our weapons. She's giving us some information that there's some stuff on the other side of that door that we should be concerned about, and there's this big guy. We're just gonna smash him and try to get through as much as we possibly can and finish the level. So next we'll look at diabetes for you, and in this case, Dee Dee's telling us about carbs and glucose, and giving us the choice between protein and carbs and fats, and telling us all about what's going on with the food we eat. Get some more information. And this is a chomper for digestion. You can see the food goes through it, and the ones that have glucose come out as the blue little dots, and those are the glucose. The proteins just come out the other side, so the bacon, the turkey leg, the avocado, yeah. And obviously you want to get your plot all the way through there without getting crushed, which I didn't do a very good job. More crushing to show you that the food's getting crushed, and then I was spoiled. So we'll go ahead and stop there in the walkthrough. So again, my name is Dr. Elaissa Hardy. The game is Hemonauts, and you can email me if you have any questions, comments, or want to learn more about the game. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.